Is there a market for this? Or am I crazy and am I overdoing it? And most people don't care about those little things like that. And is it that you don't care because you don't know there's a better option? What's up, my people? I've got a serious question for you, and it's concerning quality and the time you're willing to invest to get it. I have had several people within my industry tell me that I invest too much time in the little things when it comes to stuff like, say, window tint or the installation of it and the final aesthetic that it creates whenever I do it the way that I want. And that is little things like protecting the leathers and the vinyls and everything that's on your door panels. So I remove them on every vehicle, then use this to mask off all of the electronics. People don't really raise too much of an eyebrow on. They do think it's a little excessive, but meh, to each their own, I guess. The big one that a lot of people that do this type of service look at me sideways on is my incessant need to not have a gap between the top of the glass and the start of the film. Now let me give you a good example of what I'm talking about. This Lexus is in getting a ceramic coating soon. The windows were already done. One, you can already notice that does not match that. The client wanted them to match, and they don't. That's not good in and of itself. But let's look at this edge. Okay, you need to get the key. Come on. Thank you. This is what most people are used to seeing. What's real crappy about this install is watch it as it gets smaller. Look at that. The other windows know better. I actually think it's a little bit worse. Let's go take a look at this one. Do you notice anything? How about the fact there's no edge at all? Let's take a look at this. Down here, don't mind it's still dirty. That's not what we're talking about. Let's take a look at the factory edge on something that doesn't have film on it. The glass itself is actually dyed. Couldn't get it to focus, so I figured if I put something behind it, maybe that would help. Not really. But what you can see is there's no edge, right? Obviously, this is how I do it. This is how I think it should be done. Now, if you would have asked me this time last year, I didn't even know about the process that's required to do this. So I thought that having a really small bead like you have up there, like 1/8 of an inch bead, was the sign of a high quality installer. But that old saying is true, if you know better, you'll do better. And when I was in Chicago Auto Pros, getting trained by E-Man, he showed me a technique of filing the edge. What's filing the edge? Yeah, that's a fair question, because I didn't know until I saw it either, and when I did, I was like, holy shit, people do that? You take a metal file, and you file the edge. Let me show you. Now this is gonna be difficult to do holding the camera. Especially without damaging the film. Not even showing it. Okay, so you get the point there, right? I'm gonna do a little bit and then show you. So when you file it, you get this little lip off of there, right? You get that little piece off of there, it's hanging over. you file it off because you leave a little bit of a lip. It takes more time. You have to take seals out, especially whenever you have doors like this where it goes down in here. You have to move and manipulate and do all kinds of things. It takes a higher level of patience, a higher level of time, and a higher level of awareness. And then on top of that, you have to make sure you use good technique with the file because you can absolutely destroy the film, lose all of your cost and your profit. Even worse, you could damage the glass, which I understand why people don't do it, and or only certain shops will do it and charge a premium to have that look. And I very, very, very rarely have found shops that will do it on framed doors. Of the few that will do it, they typically only do it on frameless windows. I refuse. I will only do it, or I will do it on all windows. Is there a market for this? Or am I crazy and am I overdoing it? And most people don't care about those little things like that. And is it that you don't care because you don't know there's a better option? I don't know. Hit me back. Let me know. You're the customer. You tell me what you want to pay for. I'm probably still going to do it like this either way because it hurts my soul to let it go out looking like that. But hey, am I crazy? Changing the film. Not even showing it.